A very good morning. So in this lecture, we'll continue with the construction of analytic function by Milne-Thomson method. And also, we'll be discussing harmonic functions and also some problems. So now first, let us continue with this analytic function. Find the analytic function f of z, whose imaginary part is y by x square plus y square. So we choose v equals to y by x square plus y square. So differentiate partially with respect to x and with respect to y. So differentiate by quotient rule. So this will be denominator the whole square. Denominator into differentiation of numerator minus numerator into differentiation of denominator. So we obtain minus 2xy divided by x square plus y square the whole square. Now similarly, differentiate v with respect to y partially by quotient rule. So denominator the whole square, denominator differentiation of numerator minus numerator into differentiation of denominator. So after simplification, we obtain as x square minus y square divided by x square plus y square the whole square. Now we have f dash z equals to ux plus ivx. Now substitute ux and vx. So vx you can write it as minus uy, or ux you can write it as vy by using CR equations. Now substitute vx and vy, and also substitute x equals to z and y equals to 0. So we obtain as 1 by z square. After integration with respect to z, we obtain minus 1 by z, so which is a required analytic function f of z, where c is constant of integration. Now let us proceed to the next problem. Construct the analytic function whose real part is e power 2x into x cos 2y minus y sin 2y. So we can take it as a u. Now differentiate u with respect to x twice partially. So what happens now? Ux differentiation by product rule, 2 into e power 2x into differentiation of the second function plus second into differentiation of first function. So this will be e power 2x into cos 2y. Now after simplification, e power 2x is common. You can take it outside. So this will be 2 times x cos 2y minus y sin 2y plus e power plus cos 2y. Now put x equals to z, y equals to 0. So we obtain as 2 e power 2z into z plus e power 2z. Now similarly differentiate u with respect to y. So it is e power 2x into differentiation of second term minus 2x sin 2y minus sin 2y minus 2y cos 2y. When you substitute x equals to z, y equals to 0, the entire term becomes 0. Therefore, uy vanish. Now we have the result f dash z equals to ux plus ivx. Since we don't know what is v, using CR equations you can convert into minus uy. So it will be ux minus iuy. After substituting ux and uy, we obtain 2z e power 2z plus e power 2z. Or e power 2z is common, so it will be 2z plus 1 into e power 2z. On integration with respect to z, we obtain z into e power 2z plus constant of integration c. So we integrate this by parts. First function into integration of second minus second into the differentiation of first. So this is by Eilert rule. So we obtained as z into e power 2z. Now let us go to the next problem. Find the analytic function whose imaginary part is e power x into x sin 2y, x sin y plus y cos y. The same way we can do this problem. First we differentiate with respect to x and y partially by product rule. So we obtain Vx and Vy. After differentiation, we substitute x equals to z, y equals to 0. The result f dash z. So we have f dash z equals to ux plus ivx. So substitute Vx and Vy. So we obtain as e power z into z plus 1 on integration by parts. By Eilert rule, we obtain as z into e power z plus c, where c is constant of integration. So this problem is similar to the previous problem. Now let us go to the next problem, which is in the polar form. Find the analytic function whose imaginary part is given v equals to r minus 1 by r into sin theta, where r is not equals to 0. Now in the same way, like how we did in the Cartesian form, we'll be doing this. First differentiate the given function with respect to r and theta. So when you differentiate with respect to r, so this will be 1 plus 1 by r square sin theta, where theta is constant. Differentiate with respect to theta now, where r is constant, r minus 1 by r to cos theta. Now we have the result f dash z equals to e power minus I theta into ur plus ivr. This result we have taken from the derivation of CR equations. So this is the standard result. Now, since we don't know what is u, we have to convert this into v by using CR equations. Using first CR equation, ur you can write it as 1 by r v theta. So that you can substitute the Vr and V theta. So after substitution, put Z equals to R and theta equals to 0. So we obtain the result 1 by Z into Z minus 1 by Z. When you take 1 by Z inside, so Z and Z get cancelled. So 1 minus 1 by Z square. So after integration with respect to Z, we get f of Z. So integrating, we get z plus 1 by z plus constant of integration c. So this is the required result. Now let us move on to the harmonic functions, which we already discussed in the previous session. What is harmonic function? A function phi of x comma y is said to be harmonic if pi xx plus pi yy equals to 0. Now, based on that, we will take up one theorem. If f of z is analytic function, then prove that u and v are harmonic. That means the real and imaginary parts of an analytic function are harmonic. So now let us prove u and v are harmonic. So by data, f of z is analytic. That means the u and v satisfies the CR equations. So we have CR equations, dou u by dou x equals to dou v by dou y, and dou u by dou y equals to minus dou v by dou x. So using the CR equations, we are going to prove this. First differentiate equation 1 with respect to x. So we get dou square v by dou x dou y. Now differentiate equation 2 with respect to y. So dou square u by dou y square is equals to minus dou square v by dou y dou x. So we can write it as dou square v by dou x dou y. Now adding the results, dou square u by dou x square and dou square u by dou y square, this term get cancelled, you will get 0. Hence you can say u is harmonic. Now similarly, let us prove v is also harmonic. From equation 2, dou u by dou x equals to minus dou u by dou y. Differentiate partially with respect to x. So we get minus dou square u by dou x dou y, right hand side. Also from equation 1, dou v by dou y can be written as dou u by dou x. Differentiating partially with respect to y, we get dou square v by dou y square equals to dou square u by dou x dou y. After adding equation 3 and 4, we obtain 0, because both the terms get cancelled, minus and plus, so we obtain 0. Hence, dou square v by dou x square plus dou square v by dou y square equals to 0. That means v is harmonic. Thus, the real and imaginary parts of an analytic function are harmonic. Hence the theorem. Now let us take up two problems on this harmonic function. So let us begin the first problem. Show that v equals to cos x to sin hy is harmonic, and hence find its harmonic conjugate. So let us see what is harmonic conjugate. Suppose if the function f of z equals to u plus iv, then u is called the harmonic conjugate of v and vice versa. Now v is given, so we have to find its harmonic conjugate. So that is u. First let us prove it is harmonic. So differentiate equation 1 with respect to x twice. So when you differentiate first time, you obtain vx equals to minus sin x sin hy. When you differentiate with respect to x second time, we obtain minus cos x sin hy. You can give some number for this. Similarly, differentiate 1 partially with respect to y twice. When you differentiate first time, vy equals to cos x cos hy. Similarly, differentiate second time, v double y equals to cos x to sin hy. So when you add equation 2 and 3, so both the terms can get cancelled. Minus cos x sin hy plus cos x sin hy get cancelled. So we obtain 0. Hence, v is harmonic. Now to find the harmonic conjugate of v, first we have to construct the analytic function. There you can find out its harmonic conjugate by using the relation f dash z equals to vy plus ivx. Substitute vx and vy. So this will be cos x cos hy plus I into minus sin x sin hy. By Milne-Thomson method, we put x equals to z, y equals to 0. We obtain f dash z as cos z. On integration with respect to z, we obtain as sin z. So this is the analytic function f of z. From this we can find out the real part. Substitute z equals to x plus iy and f of z equals to u plus iv. So right hand side you can expand sin a plus b formula, sin x plus iy, sin x cos iy plus cos x sin iy. By using sin a plus b formula, we have one result. Cos iy can be written as cos hyperbolic y, and sin iy you can write it as I sin hyperbolic y. So I will express both the terms in terms of hyperbolic using this result. Now, when you compare real and imaginary parts on both sides, we get u equals to sin x cos hy. So this is the harmonic conjugate of v. Now let us go to a similar problem. Show that u equals to x cube minus 3xy square plus 3x square minus 3y square plus 1 is harmonic. So let us prove this. You can give an equation number for this. So differentiate 1 with respect to x twice partially. So first time ux equals to 3x square minus 3y square plus 6x. When you differentiate second time, we obtain 6x plus 6. Give some equation number for this. Also differentiate 1 with respect to y twice. So first time when you differentiate, we obtain minus 6xy minus 6y. So differentiate second time. So we obtain uyy equals to minus 6x minus 6. So when you add equation 2 and 3, the right hand side, all the terms get cancelled, plus 6x minus 6x plus 6 minus 6. So answer is 0. Hence u is harmonic. So with this we'll wind up the session. Thank you.